Welcome back to Dubster Dive! Seriously, we're taking a look at something English dub. Well, you know how it all is. Now we're on the Black Butler Season 2 OVAs. Are you okay?
No. This is the third time.
Yeah, full disclosure, we already did this Dubster Dive like a month ago. But no, it's like, no, we don't want to save that. And it helpfully deleted everything, so thumbs up to that. But, you don't really need to know about that. Whatever. Point is, yeah, there were 6 OVAs made for Black Butler Season 2, and we're gonna go over them. According to Ian, they were called back in to record these sometime later, making me wonder if they were actually potentially not going to be able to dub these. What is with Funimation not being able to dub OVAs? Well, I guess let's get to breaking these down. The first one is CL in Wonderland. And either this is going to turn out to go into Final Fantasy Unlimited, or we're doing a Alice in Wonderland parody, aren't we? That's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, this OVA is actually a two-parter, with part 2 being OVA number 4? So we're just going to cover them both back-to-back now, because it keeps it simpler that way. Tatum said this was actually, might have been his favorite thing to record, actually, because he's a huge mark for this Alice in Wonderland stuff. The story involves CL getting isekai'd into Alice in Wonderland, for he has become Alice. As he's on a quest... Damn it. He's on a quest to look for the White Rabbit, which is Sebastian, who also narrates this whole story, by the way. But yeah, so we're in Alice in Wonderland world with our main character, a bit like Ruby Volume 9, except it's not shit. To this day, Dai still asks me why I continued to watch that piece of shit, and I still don't have an answer, honestly.
Yeah, why did you keep watching it after Season 3?
Well, either way, this OVA is insane. Lizzie's a mouse that becomes a titan? What the fuck? And nearly drowns.
I knew you had a titan fetish.
What is wrong with you? Paula's a dodo. She always drowns. Yeah, Lizzie always drowns CL in her tears. It's sanity here, man. Soma is the Duchess with his chef Agni, who talks normal. You'd eat all of these ingredients for your food. This. And then he just randomly shouts, Black peppers! Every time he says black peppers, he doesn't say it normally. You have to talk normally like, no, what you need is this, and then 1,000 black peppers! What the fuck is even going on, Dai?
And he sprays so much black pepper all over the place that they're all sneezing.
He even uses a stand to force feed CL. Patrick Seitz is fucking great here, honestly. Let's see.
So that's where Dio got the stand.
From his black peppers! Let's see. Alistair is the turtle, who apparently likes CL. He calls him his Robin, just like in the show. Shotokan much? But yeah, he's Todd the Turtle. That's what I kept calling him. I'm stupid like that. Let's see. We got Lau, who's the obvious pick. I mean, Dai, you called this before we got to the OVAs. Like, that's who showing up.
He's definitely always gonna be
the caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
Yep. Ran Mao is the fungi. Yeah, saying the fungi. The fungi. Just like she's.
They really like that seaweed joke, apparently.
It is kind of dumb. But yeah. Because CL basically gets hit with, I guess, one of the weird druggy things that happens here, and it turns him into an adult CL. Voiced by Robert McCollum, by the way, just like his daddy. And I'm sorry, I still think Robert McCollum's accent is non-existent. Maybe it'll get better later on. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't recall. But yeah, then she tells him to suck on the fungi. Don't ask. It is as suggestive as it sounds. Yes, definitely. And it gets him back to normal. It's just dude, what the fuck are we even talking about anymore? Exactly, like this. I fuck on drugs just talking about this OVA. Oh, and obviously the Grell is the Cheshire Cat. Oh my god. You get Grell going meow as he calls love a labyrinth. Are you desperately longing for the rabbit? Like it's fucking Grell. What do you want from me? I love how when CL's asking him, he's like, well, which path should I take? He's like, well, I would take both, two at a time. It's like, I wanted your directions, not your taste in men, you loon. The fucking line, man. He calls himself one of Bassie's pussycats, and he goes, well, of course. I could play the tomcat, and he could play the pussy if he'd prefer. Fucking Grell, dude. It's never a dull moment with him. Yeah.
For attention.
That is literally what Sebastian says. Like, after CL's on his way after that, he's like, Sebastian's narration goes, you see, the Cheshire Cat is a whore. For attention, I mean. Oh, yeah, and the Undertaker's another obvious one. He's the Mad Hatter. With,
the guy who's always wearing a hat is the Mad Hatter.
And who's also clearly insane in some way. Yeah.
He's completely sane. See, being sane is the true insanity.
Huh. Well, I guess it makes sense. But it ultimately culminates with CL headed to the Queen's castle, which the Queen is Madame Red. Probably should have expected that when every single one of her servants was a Grell.
But you also probably should have expected that when it's usually the Queen of Hearts, and that's a red suit.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way. But yeah, so CL is on trial for the crimes against everyone. The crime of not remembering what he did and who he is and everything. They actually overlap a bunch of Grell's voices here, so you get like 5 Grells on top of each other saying, yes, your majesty, to Madam Queen. But yeah, you've got witnesses like Lizzie and Soma saying that they lost someone close to them because of Alice, which is what they've been calling CL this whole time. Because CL had abandoned them, so, you know, it's lost memory. And the servants had lost their home because CL abandoned them. And it ultimately culminates with Undertaker revealing that this place exists between life and death. I was expecting him to say dream and reality, but that's probably the persona brain in me, I guess. I don't know. That's right, Di. CL's in the Velvet Room.
Yeah, persona is the real horror, not the Cheshire Cat.
Well, CL remembers who he is and orders Sebastian to save him. Which he does, as Madame Red seems happy, saying she'll see CL again in another time. And I've seen people say that this is CL's body dreaming while the soul was separate from his body. I guess that makes sense, yeah. I guess. Because, you know, this is what he still had amnesia, and this is him getting his memory back near the end of season 2, I suppose.
It was also framed at the end of this being read to him by Sebastian.
Yeah. So, overall, I think those OVAs were fine. You know, they had their funny, stupid moments, but they wrapped around it giving you a look into CL's psyche. So, and they're a nice addition, I guess, to the filler canon. Do you like them, Di?
Yeah.
Meow.
They needed more insanity.
They were too time to turn up that gay meter, because we're on Welcome to the Phantom Hive Manor.
Oh, that should be easy for you.
Fuck you! Anyway, yeah, so we are, OVA is actually really strange, in a good way, I mean. Like, it's very unique with what they do. See, we're a POV female character who's one of Lizzie's friends. And, yeah, it's all filmed in first person as we're taking a tour of the Phantom Hive Manor, and we meet Sebastian and CL in first person.
At least 90% in first person.
Yeah. Didn't you say they even animated the blinking and us nodding when we're asking us questions?
The nodding.
Mm-hmm. Brina said this was actually very hard for her to do because she had to play a polite CL, which she was not used to doing. CL's always kind of a dick. But yeah. Uh, this OVA is I don't even say, man. It's obviously meant for, I guess, the fangirls in the audience. Like, we get proposed to by Soma, who wants us to make us his wife. Yes.
You want to
nope,
try it again?
I'm not rephrasing that. No, I'm sticking with it. Yeah. So, do you all want to be Soma's wife? You want to be Soma's wife out there? Let's see. We get kidnapped by Alistair, who is happy to be all alone with us. Also, when we're kidnapped and knocked out, does anything like the black bars at the top and bottom of the screen? Yeah. And this is the only time it's not with us. But yeah. Oh, if anyone's wondering, no, we don't have a voice, obviously. It's self-insert. It's like playing a visual novel where you're mute.
It's a self-insert for all the Sebastian fangirls.
Yeah. Or fanboys, I guess, if you're into that. I don't know. Or maybe you're an Alistair fangirl. I don't know. Maybe you want to be kidnapped by Alistair.
Yeah, maybe you want to be drugged by Alistair. You too.
But it ends at a party, as Sebastian sings a happy birthday song to us before feeding us his meat. Just feeding us food. Yeah. And there's this whole subplot, apparently, how we were an assassin sent, but that really doesn't matter, honestly. We're shown mercy by Sebastian. So. But yeah, how was this OVA? And I feel 1% more gay after watching it. I blame Di for that for some reason. Oh, I thought you were going to say something to that.
Oh, that's possible.
I knew it! Dick! But alright. Yeah, so again, I thought that this OVA was okay. It was very unique with the whole first-person thing, and I was surprised more things haven't done that. I guess if this were made nowadays, it'd be a VR experience. PlayStation VR 2, the thing that nobody can afford.
And nobody wants, because it has no games. So just like a PlayStation 5.
That's debate for a different day. But we're on Di's favorite OVA now. The Making of Black Butler 2. So this is a parody OVA, where the characters are real actors from the show. So, like, Sebastian is a real person, etc.
Yeah, they go to A1 Studios.
Oh my god. But yeah, the voice actors had a lot of freedom with this, with the script in order to play the characters as actors. So CL's like an entitled child actor. Soma's accent was fake the whole time?
No way.
Yeah, it's almost like you don't have to be the same nationality as a character when you voice act as them. Race casting's stupid.
That would be real stupid.
But yeah. The OVA opens up with Barjoy narrating it, I guess trying to go for a movie trailer-esque voice, which Ian himself said, like, oh yeah, I believe Barjoy would, act out that voice and practice it. He also said he had a shit ton of trouble when he was doing the part where it's like, Black Butler impacted each country around the world, and he'd say Black Butler in each dialect. Black Butler! Like, he had trouble doing all that. But yeah. There's also a part during this where you have a random Shota voiced by Alexis Tipton imitating Laura Bailey's Shin voice. Shin voice, whatever. As a nod to how Alexis was credited as Laura Bailey in Season 1. Oh, hey, look, something else I missed in the Season 1 video. Probably won't be the last thing either as we go through this, I bet. But, yeah, why was she credited as Laura Bailey? I wasn't able to find any answer as to why.
Because someone fucked up, but no one wants to take the blame for it.
That sounds about right. Some voice actors also had the idea, by the way, of having the women voiced by men. So you have May Rin voiced by a dude. I think that would have been going a little too far, to be honest. So I'm kind of glad they didn't do it, as funny as it would have been. Maybe they could have had it as outtakes or something, I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot here. Like, when they're going around, like, we gotta recruit all the original cast members first for the sequel. I love how Lau was saying, like, yeah, I was very curious how they were gonna make a follow-up to Season 1 with how it ended. because that would show true creativity. How did season 1 end again? I never saw it. I only watched the scenes that I was in. Oh, wow, you're such a dick.
That sounds about right.
It does. But yeah, even the filler characters are here, like Ash, the male angel, is Sebastian's stunt double. But of course, Sebastian, he says he does the majority of his stunts on his own.
Coordinator for the men.
Yeah. But Sebastian does all of his stunts on his own. Fucking dick. Oh yeah, and Angela, the female angel, is Hannah's stunt double and does the female coordination. So, gotta love, by the way, how Soma, his actor, kept fucking up Phantom Hive and saying Phantom 5. Sounds like a fuck up I would make. In fact, I probably did in one of our first takes at trying to do this Dubster Dive.
Yeah. It sounds like the easiest fuck up to make. In fact, you could probably make it and no one would notice at first.
Yeah, that's when you find out it's actually fake, because he's like, I'm sorry. Can I just have another take? And then he just goes right back into the accent.
Then the one take he gets right, the Undertaker sneezes in the background on purpose. Now he was laughing about it.
But yeah. I love how the over-the-top characters, by the way, they said they did this on purpose, were toned down for this, like Finney and Mayrin and Lizzie and shit. There's other stuff too, like how Claude and Alois kept calling the script rubbish, but Alois gets caught saying it. He's like, wait, the camera's on? Oh, script is great. You know what that reminded me of. Yeah. I reference it on the camera's on, you guys. The camera's on. Hello.
I'm sure they know by now.
But yeah, I love the commercial shit too. Like the Grimreaper tool commercial.
Yeah.
Dial all fours. Because 4 means death in Japanese. So I'm surprised they didn't try turning that into 13 or something silly like that.
I wonder what it says when you have that many fours.
Damn it, if I had my phone near me, I'd fucking test it out. I genuinely would. Also,
because 44 already is going far now.
But yeah, there's other show shit too. Like, Lizzie has her own show, Simply One Hell of a Fiancé.
That sounds about right.
Drawcell and Pluto formed a techno band named Drone Cell.
That doesn't even sound like a bad name for a band.
Yeah, and he's like, so then I thought to myself, why not form an awesome band? You get the dog talking too, being like, yeah, man, we're going to be an awesome band. Also, there's a scene where they try talking to Grell, but he doesn't have his makeup on, so he's angry, and he has something in front of his face. They apparently had to put a towel in front of Diane's face, the voice actor, to make it authentic when recording that. Yeah. But it's time for what we've all been building to for this OVA, the trailer of Black Butler 2, where Ian wanted everyone to be super serious during it. So, where the fuck do we even begin? Okay, so Lau is apparently an alien.
That's unsurprising.
Ran Mao's in a slave Leia outfit. Okay, that's actually kind of hot, but that's not the point. Fred Aberline is
also an alien.
Yeah, Aberline is CL's daddy. Because, of course. And Grell is pregnant with, I'm pretty sure it's Sebastian's baby.
Trancy's from the future.
Yeah, Trancy's from the future. And he's like, and Grell's like, don't worry, I'll see him one day. After all, it's my baby. And he says this is Sebastian. It's like, what? What the fuck is happening? Oh yeah, Tanaka voicing Finney for one line, so you get a bit of Ginyu action. So yeah, you get him trying to imitate Jason LeBrecq. I got nothing for that. And Alistair overacting for one line, so you get Todd being like, this ring. No! It's insane. Oh yeah, and don't they summon a mech to take on the aliens from the moon or something? Because Claude's going to slam the moon into the planet.
with literal rockets attached to it, but to propel it into Earth.
But yeah. Um, Apparently the last line of this, where Tatum is like, "Yes, my lord," etc., was the last thing that he recorded for all of Black Butler season 1 and 2, and he was sad, thinking this was it. This was everything for Black Butler. Which obviously not. The show has several
Then
more
they were
seasons.
all thinking, man, if only that trailer was how a season 2 actually was.
Yeah, so that's how the OVA ends, basically. By itself, I think it's hilarious. But with the amount of localization, I can also understand people's thing with that. Because every time we give these people some slack and say, "Oh, you know, that was fine, blah, blah," they always go ape shit and take a fucking mile. So, this is one I could kind of see both sides of the argument on. But for what it was, I did laugh my ass off on it the whole time. I'm sure you did too, right, Di?
Yeah.
And it wasn't part of the main story, I guess, so it was already a silly side thingy. But as long as we've learned one thing from this, do you know what that is?
I mean, it was already off the rails enough in the sub, I'm sure.
Yeah. Someone let us know how different it was in the sub, if you wouldn't mind. I don't know.
Because they couldn't change they couldn't really change what the trailer was showing.
Oh, yeah, of course. So Lau was already an alien, but I'm referring to everything else. Like, was Grell actually pregnant? Was Aberline CL's daddy?
Yes.
Well, we got Slave Leia Ran Mal, so we got Slave Leia Ran Mal, and that's all that counts. Mm-hmm. What? But okay, now to dial it back with one of the more serious OVAs, The Threads of the Spider! That's an Owl's. It's an Owl's prequel OVA. With his household and demon servants.
The OVA that should have been just inserted into the main series anyway.
I have a theory on that. My guess is they weren't. These OVAs are usually included with like the Blu-rays to, I guess, maybe entice people to buy them, because you know Japan will release like 2 or 3 episode Blu-ray sets as the show is airing.
Yes.
So I'm guessing that's what they did here.
Also, sometimes bundle them with
mangas and shit. Yeah, but this doesn't. This obviously, maybe they bundled this with a manga volume. That'd be weird. Like you buy the canon manga and get a filler OVA on the filler timeline. That'd be fucking weird, man. But yeah, so back on topic. This OVA, like I said, is a prequel before the main series or season 2 starts, with Alice capturing a butterfly, and the butterfly tries escaping. So he breaks its fucking wings, saying, "You'll never abandon me."
How would you do that to Lau?
Damn it. Oh no, this always reminded me of Alfred from Code Veronica, except that was a dragonfly. Close enough, though.
Also without the twin cest part.
Yeah, that too. Well, he asks Claude to prep roses around the butterfly. And Claude's like, whatever, fine. Butterfly's gonna die eventually anyways. As the triplet demons the triplet demons are whispering among themselves. Alice demands they stop whispering, being like, "I don't like it. I can't tell what you're all thinking." And yeah, with their voice this time. Thompson, and I do not remember the other two's names, nor do, honestly, I care. I just remember there was triplet 1, 2, and 3. Well, they're voiced by Scott Freeman. Issei from DxD Season 1 and 2, and Yuji Sakamoto from Baka and Test. That's actually a show we need to watch someday again. I remember it being funny.
Oh, you mean the person who people remember more what he did than anything he's actually voiced in?
Yeah, not for the good thing. Yeah, Scott's kind of a pile of dog dicks, to put it lightly. But, Ian said he had fun coming up with the 3 voices for each triplet. So, I guess he did okay at best, if you want me to actually examine it, but I don't know.
Nothing memorable, like usual.
It's just alright, I suppose. Anyway, the 3 basically say, if it wasn't for Hannah, that they'd actually burned the house down and split. So that's why they stuck around this whole time. So that's revealed here. Because I always wondered that. I was like, what the fuck? Why are you all even here? Well, yeah. While Lisa's away, Claude gives the triplets red roses for the butterfly, demanding they do it. Even though, like, what the fuck should you do? It's like, are you kidding? This is beneath me. I don't need to do this. As he walks off, Hannah tells the three to use bluebells instead. Flowers that signify eternal bond.
Judge.
What? What?
What?
I just remember that outtake from the Berserk 97 anime. The Little Mermaid's about it's fucking Griffith. Damn it. Oh, this is so off the rails. Anyway, Annalise sees this and he's really happy. He's like, oh my god, Claude, you did this. And he goes, yes, of course I did. And even the triplet's like, what the fuck? He's taking all the credit. And Annalise is happy, starts crying. As the trip's like, look, he's crying. Yeah, he is crying. Crying like a cute little kid. Oh, no. Look, if anyone else said this line, I wouldn't bat an eye, but the fact that it's a character voiced by this fucking douche. Anyway, Alois clearly had a similar thought, saying the triplets' voices offend him to stop talking this instant.
I'm sure a lot of people say that.
And that is why they stay quiet the whole series, actually, after this. So there you go. There's your answer.
He saved the series.
I think they had one line in the fucking making of OVA.
Yes.
But yeah, that's about it. So that's all you get from these guys talking, I guess. Now they just whisper. Anyway, yeah, so it's right after this that we see a flashback with Hannah where Luca was the one who told her about how Alice and him had a thing for bluebells. They like those flowers, man. Your fucking flowers! Also, this also when Hannah tells Claude if he ever thinks of betraying Alice that she'll kill him. And Claude is basically like, bitch, please. Yeah, Claude's kind of an asshole. It's clearly showing the difference between him and Sebastian. I don't think Sebastian would ever take credit for something he didn't do. Well, we've seen at least. What?
Yes.
Not to mention, Claude tries finding ways to manipulate the contract and find loopholes and other bullshits in it for everything. Again, something Sebastian else doesn't do. But bringing this back for a second, the butterfly dies, obviously. As Alice like, of course you'd abandon me. Claude, you better not abandon me, as Claude thinks to himself. You know, his soul is interesting and all, but he needs more hate. Hate.
Yeah, I'll make him wear a hat. Wait, what?
That's the okay. And I guess that's to set the thing or the plan in motion to look for a more hateful soul and maybe merge it with CL. I don't think he had the idea to merge it with CL's yet, but he was at least planning to manipulate Alois from this point. As Alois thinks to himself, I had a dream.
About the bears and the rabbits.
I knew it! About being a butterfly caught in a spider's web, and that he couldn't escape. Symbolizing basically how he's trapped by his past. And that's how the OVA ends.
Molotov cocktails. I mean, holy shit, they really did start a fire.
Butterfly died that day, It died by the fire. Yeah, I thought this was a good OVA. It expands upon the main story. And it makes me wonder why they didn't do, I guess, a spin-off just focused on these characters instead. Because their dynamic is completely different from Sebastian and CL's household. The Phantom Hive household. I don't know why I was drawing a blank on trying to say that. So I feel like we could have done a storyline focused on them entirely. But, oh well. Did you like the OVA, Die?
It was an OVA like any other, except that it wasn't.
Well, one OVA left.
I mean, they could have done more than just it being the same OVA from everyone's different perspective.
What do you mean? They only did that... Oh, you're talking about from this... Yeah.
Yeah.
I still liked it for what it was, though. But okay. We're on the last one. The Story of Will the Reaper. Which, oh yes, we're getting a Grimreaper Academy OVA with him and Grell. They're instructors at the Grimreaper Academy. And it's revealed here a lot of stuff. Firstly, I don't think we ever brought this up, how every Grimreaper wears glasses.
Yep.
And
They all have green eyes.
Mm-hmm. And they reiterate how they use their death sights to check each person's cinematic records and decide whether they deserve to die or if they will benefit the world in a meaningful way. Then they can live and be removed from the list. You're on the list! Oh, yeah. As Will and Grell reminisce about their final exam. The final exam where a pair of Reaper, I guess you call them students, cadets, whatever the fuck you want to call them, have to go out and screen one person's soul who's about to die and determine whether or not they should live or not as the final exam.
I want to live.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Grell has to put it in the most Grell way possible. I'll never forget the first time with you, Will, for it's an experience forever etched onto my body. Oh, Grell. Also, it's revealed here that Grell is an A average simply because he has a triple A in one category.
What kind of ranking system is this?
I don't know. Then he has a normal B in the second category and a C in ethics. Yeah, that's the one thing he's bad at. That
I don't know. That's a bit high.
But yeah, Will is a B average. But Will's a B average student because he has all triple Bs as opposed to regular B.
Again, I reiterate, what the fuck ranking system is this?
I don't know. But yeah, they must work together and screen a man's life and see if he's worthy. As Grell is kind of a dick here who hates working with people he deems below him. Like Will. You're just a B student. And even Will's like, dude, you only got an A in one subject. It's like, yeah, but it's the one that counts. But yeah.
One.
The person they have to screen is a novelist, which Will's like, oh, please. You just kill him now.
That's not a novel idea.
Yeah, his due date is in a month, by the way. So, Will wants to do it by the book and use the entire month to screen him properly. His girl's like, oh, it's just a waste of time. Oh, and by the way, the guy's name is Thomas.
I'm surprised they didn't call him Tomas.
Me too, actually. Voiced by Micah Salasad, who's Soul from Soul Eater. Where's that remake, damn it? Well, we're getting so many other anime. I will die on that hill. No.
It's not coming.
And Best Genius from My Hero Academia.
Not.
I see what you did there. But yeah, I think he does fine. You know. I love how it gets to the point where Will approaches him, and just tells him straight up, oh yeah, me and my friend here, we're Grim Reapers. Goes like, what are you doing? It's like, it's not against the rules. That's because only an idiot would actually do this. Third actions are so fucking great here, dude.
I mean, yeah, only an idiot would probably do that.
As Grell hates the dude, until the dude is like, wow, so, you know, this like Grim Reaper cosplay, okay, and you're so beautiful, he says this to Grell, and he's like, your flaming red hair, blah, blah, and Grell's like, oh, yes, keep talking, I guess you are promising. It's like, wow. Damn it, Grell.
That's right, feed my vanity.
Yeah, Thomas begins a new novel about the Reapers he met. The novel titled Will the Reaper. And yeah, Will ends up reading it and believes that...
They both do.
Yeah. I thought he was reading it to Grell. Grell read it too.
Yeah, they were hanging out in his apartment or whatever when he was away.
Yeah. Well, Will believes the novel... Yeah, it'll be regarded as a masterpiece as long as he turns it in on the day he's supposed to die. Oh, the irony. But Will said his soul must still be collected, as now the positions are reversed, with Grell thinking, what? He should live. Didn't you just say his novel would be an extremely well-received work? And Will's like, yeah, but that's my own opinion. I can't let someone live on my own personal bias, dude. That's not how we do this shit. What?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, as he says, like, just because Will likes it doesn't mean it will actually impact the world. Like, that'll be a story that will be remembered for time going forward, like some Shakespeare shit or something. And this brings the two Reapers to fight each other, actually. I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. Do you like this fight, Di? I mean, Grell ends up losing. And of course saying he's getting me from everywhere. Top, bottom, front, behind.
I mean, I would loosely call it a fight, but sure.
An altercation. A scuffle, whatever. It ends with Grell losing, and he ends up respecting Will now. As Will believes the world will not miss Tomas if he were to disappear now. So...
That's right, he should have been named Tomas, then he would have been taken seriously.
As Tom is running to get his book published and gets hit by a carriage on his way to the publishing house. And I was going to make a joke about there being drunk horses with how Madame Red was also hit, but no, this dumbass just didn't wait 2 seconds to watch the road.
He ran in the middle of the street and got plowed by a horse.
What?
Wait.
Excuse me?
Yeah, the horse just went all over his head.
Oh god, no! Stop! Berserk 2016 flashbacks!
Smashed it in.
But yeah, Will shows up to claim the soul, and that's when Tomas's memories attack. They're a hentai tentacle monster, as Will refers to this as the final struggle of a dying soul. So, yeah. I mean, Will almost gets fucked up because he drops his glasses, which they can't function without.
Well, it bitch slaps his glasses off of him.
So, they genuinely need their glasses to see, I guess, what,
yes.
the life and shit, I guess, that they're reaping? Okay.
They should need their glasses to see in general.
Oh.
From what we've seen so far.
Well, I love how when Grell shows up and gives him his glasses back to save him, he's like, "Get away from my man!" And Will's like, "I'm not your man." "All right, let's take this thing down together, darling." "I'm not your darling." But yeah, they end up harvesting the soul and both pass the test.
What tests tickle?
I know. As it ends with Will saying only those who have weighed the worth of a life can become true Reapers. After all, there are no room for emotions on the job, which is the advice he gives to the new students. It's like, oh man, I have to weigh a life? Fuck. It's like, yeah, that's why you gotta turn your emotions off for this. And remember, it's just a job, the cycle of life and all that shit. Oh yeah, and don't lose your glasses. That's how we end. Good OVA. Gave us a lot of shit on the Reapers, and again, I really like seeing the relationship develop between Grell and Will. They could make this like a buddy cop spin-off, couldn't they? Where we see them on cases or something. I feel like they could have gotten a few more episodes on.
Often enough.
I'm
surprised that's something. They're not something like that.
Yeah. So that's all six OVAs. I don't know why my voice got hilariously high pitched there, but yeah. But we're not done yet, because now there's the outtakes, which these are free to watch on YouTube. Y'all should look them up if you haven't seen them. I'll just go over my two personal favorites. They're only like, what is it, 3.5 minutes? What I really liked was Soma being like, "I want to do the jingle jingle." You know, like Paul does. But my favorite is Sebastian trying to make The Undertaker laugh. "There once was a woman from Q who filled her vagina with glue. For she said with a grin, if they'd pay to get in, they'll pay to get out of it, too." Damn it. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much, dude. It's so stupid. But yeah. I saw somewhere people said season 1 had outtakes too, but they were pulled offline. So maybe they were shown at a con and someone filmed it, but all footage of it has been scrubbed or something, if true. Someone please let me know. I'd love to know. And if you've seen them, what some of them were. Because I bet they were great. But yeah, that's everything for season 2. If you're wondering the Blu-ray extras, commentary 1 is Lu Sai and Jason Douglas, 2 being Brina and Tatum, and 3 being Ian by himself, with the outtakes as well included. But again, they're on YouTube, so. Well, that's it. Did you have fun, Di?
No, because we had to record this 3 fucking times.
Just hope it's not a fourth, because otherwise I'm gonna fill I'm gonna fill Nomi's vagina with glue.
Excuse me?
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. You hear that, Nomi? You've been glued. But yeah, I actually enjoyed the OVAs. Each one was unique in their own way. Some were, comedic and over the top stupid. Others were serious and expanded upon the lore. Like the Trancy one.
Expanded upon the horror.
Which I'm surprised I didn't call him Tranny this whole time. Oh shit, I just did. But anyway, yeah, the Grimreaper OVAs were also nice. Or OVA. But yeah. As far as season 2 as a whole, again, I still think it's worth checking out and seeing what you think of it if you haven't seen it yet. I'm pretty sure I enjoyed it more than Dai did. I know Dai, you had problems with it, right?
Yeah.
My biggest point, honestly, because you said you wanted to focus more on the rivalry between the duos, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a much more interesting season.
Yeah, because it started off that way, but ultimately they went in a different thing, I guess.
It would be like, yeah, then I just went with people yelling "seal" everywhere.
I understand what they were trying to do, because if they had Alois just be another, someone angry out for revenge the whole time, then he would have just been a carbon copy of CL. So that's why they, I guess, went for the whole thing of, no, he's actually doesn't want to hate at all, etc.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, my biggest issue is I wanted more for the side characters to do. Like the 3 servants, etc.
Yeah. It's like they had 3 demon servants. They could have fought them.
Mm-hmm.
Or did something.
Yeah, or if Agni show up or whatever.
No, he only got to do something in the trailer version.
MVP for the dub is obviously our 4 mains: Lucy, Jason, Brina, and Tatum across the 4. Across all the OVAs in season 2. And obviously Dan is Grell. I mean, come the fuck on. Yeah.
At this point, you should consider him a main.
Yeah. So the dub was solid for the most part. Side of a few things that we nitpicked as we went along. Issues, etc.
Yeah, it needed more mechas, obviously.
As far as if Season 2, how to obtain it if you want to own it. The Blu-ray's been out of print for years, and Aniplex has not put out a bullshit expensive version of the Blu-ray either, so I think Season 2 is kind of dead. I don't know, it might still be cheap on Amazon or something.
It's what you would have wanted.
No, it's not, man! But that's it. Let us know what y'all thought of the OVAs. What's your favorite OVA, Di? Do you have a favorite? Make It a Black Butler 2. It's Make It a Black Butler 2. Yeah. I don't know what my favorite is, actually. I like the Grimreaper one a lot. That one was fun. So. But that's going to do it. What is your favorite OVA and what you thought of Season 2 as a whole? All that stuff.
We'll see you next time for the 4th recording of this.
Don't you fucking dare! But in all seriousness, next time we return to canon material with Black Butler Book of Circus. Because we're retconning Season 2's ending after retconning Season 1's ending, pretending all of Season 2 never happened. This anime adaptation is so fucked.
Yeah. Blue Exorcist, eat your heart out.
Yeah, that's it. Let us know what you thought. If y'all liked it, didn't like it, maybe it's your favorite season. I don't know. We're getting out of here because I got to make sure we don't have to record this for a 15th time. So hope you have yourselves a great day. Thank you all again so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching.
We'll see you after the 16th record.
Fuck you, Di. Till next time. Have a good day, guys.